Anthony Davis rumors. It was rumored today that, well, not rumored, it's actually fact that Anthony Davis wants out of New Orleans. He finally broke the news to him. Jay Ellis finally broke the news to him. And then lo and behold, surprise to no one, the Knicks are the quote-unquote in the mix in these trade rumors, man. What, JL's, give me your takes on this. Chat, give me your takes on this. I want to hear what you guys have to say about these Anthony Davis rumors. We're going to get to the Knick game as well, whatever you guys want to talk about on that light. But I want to hear your takes on this Anthony Davis trade rumors. The nation has been, I think, leaning on the against side, but I've seen a lot of guys for it, man. So I want to hear from you guys. 657-383-1509. Call us up and let us know what you think. Jay Ellis, how you feeling, bro?
Woo!
How you feeling, bro? Talk to me, man.
I'm good. I'm kind of tight, yo, because I had a podcast yesterday, and the biggest news dropped of the week, and I already recorded. So I'm like mad tight. I'm a little tight. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Facts. I mean, just yesterday, I'm talking about stay the course. We gotta stay the course, and once again, boom. It's like a distraction, man. What do you think about this, man?
I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared because, like, I thought about this all day today. I was like, yo, Anthony Davis though. Like, if there's anybody I wanted on this team, like I envision Porzingis being Anthony Davis. Hopefully, if you know,
wishful thinking,
Yeah, wishful thinking. Like, right, a big man who Anthony Davis came in skinny, just like KP did, put on some weight, and he was able to put it all together, had a defense going. I was hoping KP can kind of touch around that area. But now he's available. I was like, yo, top 5? I would probably give anything to trade for Anthony Davis. But then when I look at the pieces we have, and then think about what it's gonna take to get him, I'm just like, dog, we're not gonna have nothing left. We're
nothing left.
It's just too early.
Yeah.
It's just too early. Like, you think about it, they're gonna want first rounder is gone. That's a fact, right? Off rip.
Okay. See, here's the thing with the first rounder though. It depends on when they want it. Right? Obviously, for the Pelicans, it would behoove them to go for the first rounder after the season when we already hit the lottery and we know that we're going to be within that 1 through 5 range. If, for say, some reason lightning struck and you traded for him now, that first rounder gets less valuable if we win games with them here, which you would probably think you would win more games than you expected to.
Let's say realistically we're in the hunt, which I don't really think we're realistically are. I feel like we're on the list, but we're not on the list. You know what I mean?
But you know what's so funny about that? It's just like Windhorse is saying if we put up the number 1 pick, we could be in the hunt. Now, that's not knowing what the rest of the package would entail. But Chris Haynes from Yahoo Sports is considers us the favorites in the East. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I can't see that.
I feel like there's an asterisk to that, though. You know?
The favorite at a price. We're the
favorites in the East before the trade deadline. Like, I think that's like in parentheses.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because the Celtics over there loaded up and they really can't make a move yet until the summer. But if the summer comes, and then he decides to make a move after the summer, which I feel like the Pelicans will. They'll probably wait till summer.
Yeah.
Then we're not all of a sudden. We're not the clear favorites in the East anymore. I mean, package-wise, Celtics have more. But then you know what? They did say that Anthony Davis doesn't want to go to the Celtics because he feels like Kyrie's going to leave. So.
I was surprised to hear them say that the Celtics are out of it. I think – see, here's what I think. I think knowing that the Lakers want him so bad, I think the Pelicans will either try to fleece the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Or
uses his leverage.
Spite them and send them east. Which could drive down our price. Probably not, but it could. You know what I'm saying? It could try. Like, this is what I'm saying. People in the chat asking where I'm at on this. I'm sticking to my guns from yesterday. I say stick to the tank and stick to the build. But you have to make a phone call and see what the cost. You have to call.
You gotta flirt.
You have to, because this is the thing, J. Ellis. This is the thing. What some of the Knicks fans kind of confuse me about. If the Knicks fan wants Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant was actually considering the Knicks, this would be the move that would move him here.
But
it would be Anthony Davis and a potential other free agent.
But I'm not sure it's possible to sign KP, Kevin Durant, and AD all to maxes. Like, I don't think.
No. It would take some sacrificing. And see, this is the thing. Would they do what the Heatles did and sacrifice that salary for the sake of winning the championship? I don't think they would.
I don't think KD will. KD is on record saying he wants the money.
KD wants that money.
If there is sacrificing on their end, I would see Kyrie. I wouldn't see
KD doing it.
KD doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we want KD, this is the move that can push him here. Hell, this could be a move that could push Kawhi Leonard here.
I don't feel like KD, like I said, since KD wants the money, I feel like the only way that could happen is if we actually include KP in the deal. That's the only way. I think that's the only way financially we'll be able to afford it.
Yeah.
KD's Supermax is insane.
Right.
I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it'd
be a lot. It'd be a lot. Yeah, sure. You know, again, like I say, I want to stay out of it. And like you, I'm kind of nervous in how they view this move. I don't see them backtracking from a PR standpoint. I don't see them backtracking because this would be a hard sell to, again, give up half the farm. Yes, this is a top 5 player. This is a beast. This guy is still he's barely in his prime. This is what you wanted.
He can still go. He can go higher.
He can go higher. So, but I don't see how they can part with half this team, depending on the package, and come back to the fan base and say, well, this was an exception. Unless you're able to miraculously bring KD and maybe a Kyrie Irving in it. You know, that's a big dream, but that's all I'm saying. That's the only way. That's the only way.
Yeah, in my eyes, it would have to be Kyrie. If AD is here, KD's off the table in my eyes. Like, which isn't bad if you convince them to take a pay cut. If they're willing to do that out of Miami, you know what I'm saying? Then to me, Kyrie, AD, and KP, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But then it's like I guess we'll be sustainable in the sense of those 3 guys are still kind of in their mid-20s.
That's your big 3 right there, man. And you have your point guard. You have your point guard, man. That's
big 3 for years for like at least five years, right? I would think.
Yeah.
And then the young pieces around it will be hard to build, though. I mean, you have to pretty much. It'll be veterans. It'll be like the Miami. It'll be Miami style.
That would be it. That would be it.
Miami style veterans.
That would be it. Yeah.
For vet minimum.
Vet minimums.
Who service and play a role.
Vet
and
minimums.
whoever's left standing in the cupboard once.
Facts. I see a lot of people in the chat asking, and shout out to the chat. Shout out Knicks Nation, watching on the KnicksFanTV, watching on the Nick of Time show. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. And we're gonna get to the phones in a second. I see a lot of people asking whether or not we could actually keep him if they made a trade for Anthony Davis. There's no way that they would make it without a commitment from him behind closed doors. There's no way. There's no way. So I wouldn't even worry about that. If they ever did trade for him, they would definitely have that commitment in the bag before even doing that. You know what I'm saying, JLs? Yeah.
I would think. I would hope. Because I know the Raptors are kind of nervous right now because they traded for Kawhi. Kawhi's out here buying homes, not in Toronto.
Facts.
And so you're looking like, damn, that could be an expensive ass 1-year rent.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Knicks are smarter than that. I'm hoping Mills.
You gotta hope they're smarter than that. I hope they don't try to bite off more than they can chew with this trade. But like I said,
it's an aggressive man.
It's an aggressive move. It's an aggressive move, and I don't think we're ready to take that move just yet. All things considered.
That's what makes you nervous, man. Because Woj came out and said the Knicks are being aggressive.
Yeah,
Woj said it.
Woj said it.
David Fizdale came out and said, "Oh, we staying the course." It's funny. I trust Woj over Fizdale.
Yeah. I definitely trust Woj over Fizz. Fizz could be a mayor of any major city, man. He's a politician. I trust Woj over Fizz all day.
And plus, he was studying film all day. You know?
Yeah, right. I was studying film all day. My wife was mad at me.
Exactly.
I don't know anything. Anthony Davis. Like,
well, who's that? Like, okay.
Y'all can't claim ignorance in this age of social media, man. Please, like, stop it. A couple other things on the trade. Injury prone. That's a downside.
That's a big one.
Injury prone. The dude gets a hangnail and he's out for like 2 weeks. Way too injury prone. That would be a risk. I feel like that would be a Knicks-like move. Whether you traded Porzingis for him or you brought him here with Porzingis, both of them being injury-prone and never living up to the promise would be such a Knick thing to happen to us. You know what I'm saying?
That would be such a Knick thing to happen to us, man. I'm just hoping, like, he's 25. Like, maybe, but the age makes me want to the age would make me want to think about it.
Yeah.
But injury-prone over his career so far, it's still it's still a concern.
Yeah,
sure.
That's a concern. You got to think about it in many facets, man. That is a concern. Again, it all depends on the package. I wouldn't offer up the whole mortgage.
How much of the mortgage is like a first and Knox and because it's going to be first and Knox. That's the starter.
I would do that.
A first and Knox and what else though? But it's going to be more than that. Like. It's Anthony freaking Davis. They're gonna want more.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
And then we don't have much more than that. We don't have
Anthony
much
Davis.
We got Mitch.
I try to keep Mitch
and Frank. Like we got only a couple more pieces, and then we damn empty.
See, I put Frank in the deal. I put Frank in the deal. I would put Frank, Timmy, Knox, and the number 1 pick in the deal. Take it or leave it, and I'm doing that. Not even thinking twice. I'm doing it.
You said who says? You said Frank, Timmy.
I do Frank, Timmy, Knox, and the number 1 pick.
I heard.
Give me Anthony Davis or watch him and LeBron win chips for the rest of the decade.
They're gonna say Frank, Cantor, Knox in the pick. That's what they're gonna say.
Bye. Cantor? You want Cantor? Go ahead. I'll send him first thing smoking.
That's what he'll say.
I'll have Cantor at Mardi Gras leading the parade. Not a problem.
That's an expiring. They're gonna want that expiring. That's a fact.
Yeah. I do that deal though. I'm not trying to give up everything else like the
minimum
2021 deal and all of that. No, I wouldn't do that. But there's a certain price. Yeah, I would pay a certain price for him because and this is another thing. And we're gonna take the calls in a second. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It's another thing I was seeing people saying about this trade, JLs, which I kind of disagree with in a way. It's the Melo deal in that, yes, you would have to give up a pretty penny, if we're being realistic here. But part of what made the Melo deal such an absolute failure was the fact that Amari was, I get the Knicks fan folklore for Amari, but Amari was useless after that half season that he was here, bro. He was downhill and useless, and they never fit together.
No, they didn't. There was always a problem. I mean,
yeah.
You know what, too? It was like offensively, it seemed like they could figure it out in spurts,
right.
But they were never really
complimentary.
Yeah, he was running healthy enough to really see if it can really go. But the eye test to tell you in that game to tell you probably wouldn't. Yeah.
We had Max Dallas sitting on a rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was useless. So I don't really necessarily view it as a Melo trade in that light. You just got to listen. I highly doubt it. I still think he ends up going to the Lakers. I think LeBron trades all of them. See you later, Lonzo. Later, Pops. Later, LeVar Ball, wherever you are.
Right. Yeah.
They're going to trade Lonzo to Memphis.
That's true.
That'd be kind of crazy though. Trade Lonzo to Memphis and get that'd be kind of crazy.
Word.
But yeah, I still end up. I don't know what happened to my. Let me call back into the phone line. I still think he ends up in L.A. But it's just cool to talk about.
Yeah, I feel like it's I feel like it's L.A. and I feel like we're in there as like a pressure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the Knicks got something. Look at that.
About to call into the phone line. Shout out everybody in the chat. Let's shout out some people in the chat, JLs, while we wait for the phones to go back up. CP the Artist, what's good? T Williams, what's good? Shell's Heavy, what's going on, everybody? Jack Rose, what's going on? D Grant. Steven Gutierrez, Knicks feed in here. John Colazzo, what's going on, man?
All right. What's going on, guys? HB Mac was good. Ricardo Custer, Matt B was good. Christian Jones, Hema King. Cody, what's good, Cody?
Cody, what up, Cody?
Matt B, what up, what up, what up? Thanks, chat, for holding us down. Being here early. BP, what's up?
All right. We got the call. We got the calls back up. First order of business. First guy on the line is Nate from Rochester. Let's plug him in. Just hit your put your joint on mute, JLs.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, Nate. What's going on, bro?
Hello.
How you doing?
What up? I'm doing good. All right. So you kind of already touched on it.
Yep.
About the Melo trade.
Yep.
I kind of just want to elaborate more on that. Like, if you look at our assets that we traded away from, like, the Melo trade, like, those Felton, Gallo, Chandler,
Yeah.
Mozgov.
Yeah.
Like, would you say those guys were better than, like, our current core? Like, I'd say they were better because they were contributing to winning basketball.
Yeah, but Denver, they never really did anything for Denver, though. Let's be honest. Like, losing those pieces wasn't really that big of a deal, honestly.
I mean, Gallo did a little bit.
Gallo is rounding out into a good pro, but Chandler never really made it into anything.
Yeah, it's like what it is.
Yeah,
is
but like
young pieces, so it's almost like stock. So it's like it's all potential. Like they can potential be something that they're not right now. You don't know what Knox is going to be. You know, you don't know what Mitchell Robinson is going to be. Like you don't know.
Right.
They could turn out to be a beast.
It's true. I want to keep Mitch.
I guess you could say that.
Definitely want to keep Mitch.
Yeah, and also, like I also want to preface that, like, I think the Lakers and Celtics are going to make a better package anyway, so they're not going to get AD.
Yeah.
But even if we are to, I think that we had to part with Mitch because they're going to want a big man back, especially someone like athletic and like can protect the rim. So I don't think there's any getting around.
I need Mitch here, man.
I don't think it'd be I mean, it wouldn't be a huge loss because Anthony Davis does what Mitch does basically, and like a million times more. So I don't think I wouldn't be too sad parting with Mitch. Besides, like the fact that we drafted him, I kind of want to see him do good.
I like
with
Mitch.
Us, but
Mitch has that goon mentality.
Yeah.
I don't
like a top 3 player in the league. You know what I mean? Like you have to. Like there's no going half and half on this. If we want him, we go for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no. You can't. You can't be scared.
Go ahead, Jails.
Yeah, he wouldn't make me. I know I was gonna say anything. I was gonna say he wouldn't make Meek Mill on you real quick. That's what I was gonna say.
well, my thing is real quick, Nate. My thing is also on that topic. It's like if we want KD here, for the people that want KD here in the off season, KD, like the point of KD is not to come here and build with this Nick core. If KD comes here, they're gonna want to win. Yeah. Y'all are gonna want to win. When KD comes here, let's say knock on wood, miracle happens, he comes by himself. The next question is going to be, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? You know what I'm saying, Jails?
Yeah.
We're going to be looking for that next superstar, man. That's you can't on one side say you don't want AD and then want KD coming in the summertime if he comes by himself.
See, that's my thing. I don't want KD like that because, honestly, like, KD is 31. He doesn't really, like, assuming we keep like 1 or 2 of our assets,
right?
And also, I don't think we're parting with Porzingis, so he's going to be here. I don't think KD really fits with our timeline that much.
He doesn't
develop our players.
Yeah. He doesn't. That's why you would make the AD trade.
I think Kyrie's the better move to go for.
That's what I
think if we're going for AD, because Kyrie doesn't want to. Well, I've seen like the report that he's not like necessarily going to stay in Boston. So I think
you can't trust Kyrie.
Getting Kyrie is like a much more like. It's a much more likely thing to happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I was gonna kind of agree with him. Like Well, like I said earlier, the money, just the money. Like KD wants the money, and if we get AD and with the money, he's not taking less money. He did that. He did that with Golden State for years. He's not doing that. So it would be Kyrie, which is not even a bad deal because all of them are around 25.
Right.
So they can all grow together and be around for. We can have a nice little stretch where we're competing for like 4 or 5 years if we play it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we were to actually make a deal and a long shot happen. So that would be I think that might be a better scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, man. This is better than talking about a tanking team that just lost 10 games in a row. Fantasy or not, we just got to switch the topics up, people. We've been going through the Frank Ntilikina telethon. We've been going through Tim Hardaway Jr., get him out of here. Canner, get him out of here. I just want to switch up the energy a little bit, man. Just have a little fun. You know what I mean? Switch the topic up. Nate, appreciate the call. We got a lot of calls in the queue, so I just want to get to everybody. Go back to, we got 2 people in Rochester. Blackamo from Rochester. He wants to talk about the Anthony Davis trade. What's going on, man?
Yo, peace to the gods. What's up, Els? What's up, CP?
What's good, bro? How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I'm maintaining, man. You know, this is my second time in like a week calling y'all, man.
Yeah, man. So, didn't you call yesterday?
I want to talk about it. Now I called a couple of days ago.
Okay, all right, cool.
But check it out, man. When it comes to the trade with Davis, you know, I'm not feeling that trade. You know, and I'm gonna tell you a few reasons why I'm not feeling that trade. Because I feel like, you know, Davis, he could still potentially sign with the Lakers after he get traded to the Knicks.
Yeah, but see, I don't think they wouldn't do that trade without that commitment from him. That's the thing. So that would be hand in hand. That would be part and parcel. They wouldn't trade for AD JLs without knowing that he's signing with them. Nobody would do that.
Raptors would.
Yeah, I mean, DJ did it.
Clearly.
You know, DJ did it with the Mavericks.
Yeah, but DeAndre Jordan sucks. I'm not worried about him. He stinks.
Yeah,
that was the Mavericks' dumb move. He's overrated, man.
What I'm seeing with as far as the Knicks go with me and my eyes, man, I feel like the Knicks gonna end up getting Tobias Harris in the center from the Orlando Magic. And everybody saying, yo, KD, yeah, I think that the Knicks is gonna end up going after them. You know what I'm saying? And on some real liveness, they're going to be able to keep quite a few of the young assets that they really want to keep. And then you got Porzingis coming back. You got Knox. You know, it's about how you're going to position them.
Yeah.
You know, they'll make Knox a 2-guy. You know what I mean? Just because it's positionless basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're going to still have that bait. Like, you know, Tim Hardaway, he's still that bait. All these other individuals, like, you know, we would still be able to afford to get Vonleh. You know, we'll still have room to move financially, but yet have a solid young core that can possibly take us to the next level. I mean, Anthony Davis, I'm not feeling him. I think he's going to eventually be on the Lakers. He's a great player, but I don't think he's a Knicks player.
Okay.
You know, and when you talk about, like, Kyrie, and when you talk about people like old boy that's right now in Toronto, you know, I just don't see them as being Knicks players. I see, you know, them to really create something here, man. And it's about being patient. CP, I like what you said earlier when you was like, stay the course, man. Yeah. I feel like we
gotta stay the course. Gotta stay the course.
Some of those, yeah, and Tobias is starting to really step up for the Clippers right now. He's a solid player, and that center from Orlando, he's also a solid player.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate the call, Blackabo. What is that trick? What does those 2 free agents do for you, JLs? Does it move the needle for you, man? Tobias and Vucevic. I feel like we just be the Orlando Magic just 5 years later, and no Oladipo.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario. You know what I mean? You got Mario back. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's one of those things. If we doing like short-term deals, we move a contract like Tim Hardaway or something, do a short-term deal. It's not the end of the world because we're still kind of building slowly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're still gonna have a nice core to go with Knox and KP.
Right.
So, and whoever we pick in the first round this season.
Yeah.
I mean, in the off season. So either way, that don't even bother me that much either. Like, I mean, maybe not Tobias because of the Knox. Like, I want Knox to get all his minutes.
Mm-hmm.
unless we do something great with Knox, like put him at the 2 or something. I don't know. But I just feel like if we don't get a big, I don't think it's the end of the world if we don't get a big free agent.
Me neither, and I wouldn't just spend the money on those. And not to say that those guys aren't playing well. Yo, we need game changers, man. Your money has to be in game changers unless you're hoping that Kevin Knox turns into a superstar. We need superstars on this team, man.
I don't think we have to hit a home run with big game changers next season.
No, not next season. I'm not saying next season.
I feel like we can hit like a title for single until Knox becomes something or KP becomes something, and then we can go for like a home run the season after.
Yeah,
you know
I'm not saying it has to be this year, but what I'm saying is that if you're gonna tie the money up, you gotta try to tie it in some guys that's really gonna move this team, right? Because if not, then you have to hope that Kevin Knox turns into a superstar talent. KP turns into a superstar, not a star. A consistent.
So who's gonna move this team? Who do you feel is gonna move this team? Cause I know what tier do you mean? Like
you need tier 1 in a free agent move. You need tier 1s. Like Tobias Harris and a Vucevic with this team, that's gonna do is push you to the middle of the East, and you're not gonna get no stars in the draft.
You're not hearing me, CP, because like I said, if we're not going to get tier 1 guys next season, right? Yeah. Then I'm saying go for the tier 2 guys short term. Yes. And let the young guys develop. And then
but don't tie your whole cap up with those guys.
Yeah, that's why I said short term.
Yeah.
That's why I said short term.
Okay. We hear.
I'm not saying do a Phil Jackson deal.
Right.
Joakim Noah for 4 years. I'm not saying that.
But I mean
you do 2 with a team option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, with so much competition out there, how could you know what I mean? Because if that said player for Tobias Harris or Vucevic can get from their own team a 4 or 5 year deal, it'd be you would have to be selling them on something bigger if they're gonna take a shorter term deal like that.
I feel you. You're gonna be selling them on Fizz and KP.
Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I got you though. Let's hear from my man Jake Lanick from the Knicks podcast. He wants to talk about the AD trade. Jake, how you feeling, bro?
CP, JS, what's going on, guys?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro?
Had seen better days. I got my day off today, and woke up and heard that the Knicks are involved in some more stuff involving big names and getting rid of young assets. And I mean, CP, you and I usually see eye to eye very often. I was disappointed to see that this is not one of those situations.
Wait, hold up, Jake. I didn't say do it at all costs. I didn't say any cost. But how could you not listen to an offer?
I'm waiting on the phone here.
No. I'm saying what I'm presenting to you is if you did the deal, why you would do the deal. But I'm not saying I would do the deal. You know what I mean?
See, when I woke up this morning and I was also a little sleep. It's my first day off in a while. I've been working like a dog, but I woke up delusional, whatever, and I woke up, see the notification that the Knicks are involved in a trade plan for AD that involves some sort of package like Frank, Kevin Knox, Mitch Robinson, and 2 first-round picks. And
that was Bleacher Report's crazy deal. That was ridiculous. Knicks Twitter destroyed that in a second.
Oh yeah, I was freaking out.
Yeah, Knicks Twitter destroyed that deal in a second. That didn't even make it.
I was just like, it's just like a conversation about progress. You want to talk about progress. You want to talk about a culture change. And then I woke up to a rumor like that. And if there's any, throw the culture change out the window. This is the thing that I've been preaching for the longest time, that for as long as we have Steve Mills sitting in that front office chair, it's not going to be any different. I know it hasn't seemed like that recently, but this is the type of stuff that he would do. But I wanted to talk about the fact that, I'm not comparing this to the Melo trade. Of course, there's a lot of differences to the Melo trade, but than this proposal and whatever. If, we're getting rid of the whole house, then throw that out. But that's probably what they would be in the ballpark of looking for. The 3 young guys and 2 draft picks, which is crazy. That's something that the Lakers can offer because LeBron is short-sighted and wants AD. They'll probably put together Kuzma, Lonzo, Ingram, and like a first-round pick.
I like Kuzma too, man. I like Kuzma a lot on that team, man. I like Kuzma, but that's on them.
Kuzma's a baller. He can definitely play. I think that LeBron would be a lot more skeptical about getting rid of Kuzma than he would anybody else on that team, and I think that's the only reason why he wouldn't do it, because Kuzma is very important for that outside threat for LeBron when he comes back.
Facts.
Him and Josh Hart are both like that. They serve purposes for LeBron's offense. But I want to bring it to like a more recent standpoint with the Knicks. Like, let the Lakers make that deal and deal with the consequences, because they don't have any outside shooting, which is not really a good look for a new age NBA team. Of course, LeBron and AD on the same team, though. 2 superstars, 2 top 5 players, 2 defensive studs, like they could make some noise.
Yeah.
But for the Knicks' perspective, there was 2 times in the past 20 years where I actually felt pretty optimistic and good about being a Knicks fan, which is very, very sad to say. But the first one was 2010. Yeah, right? How pathetic is that? The first time was 2010, and that team wasn't nearly as good as 2012, 2013 from a talent perspective. Mm-hmm. But we were loaded with a bunch of young guys who could give us some hope, who can work on their games, and ultimately become pretty good. I'm talking about guys like Wilson Chandler, Tony Douglas, Raymond Felton falls into his category, Landry Fields was a rookie, Danilo, and then you had Amari Stoudemire, who was in his prime and played very well. Mm-hmm. And then we made the trade for Melo. And the worst part about Melo wasn't so much about getting Melo. Melo was a superstar, but you mortgaged like your whole entire future to get Melo. Not saying he wasn't worth it, he was.
Yeah.
But you leave him with nothing, no draft picks, no help, and then all
and
of a
no
sudden
Amari though. That Amari thing was
that's
huge, man, because that was $20-something million. It's sunken into a rock. And people love him. Yo, the dude was only here for half a year. Let's be real. He was useless after that.
That was
that's part of it, though. And then, but Amari Stoudemire, like he was a young 27-year-old player with a lot of injury issues. Who's to say Anthony Davis isn't the modern version of an Amari Stoudemire? He's always injured.
Yeah. Well, with AD, that I don't like, and those are a lot of nagging injuries too, man. And on top of that, with KP, you don't even know if you could trust KP to stay healthy for 60 games a year,
100%,
50 games a year. You know. All right, Jake. Yo, Jake, like, we got mad people on the line, man. So I just got to keep it moving, man. Appreciate the call, my dude.
I got you. Good talking to you. Bye.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Okay, Jails.
And Cody wanted to talk about Jrue Holiday too, because you know there's probably gonna be a fire sale, right?
Yeah.
You would think after AD is traded, or even before AD is traded, they're going to want to just move pieces and get picks to start a rebuild.
Yeah.
Or something. So would you trade for Jrue Holiday?
Remember when Schwinny was on, we had talked about that when Schwinny came on?
Yeah, we did.
Jrue Holiday. I'd rather try to trade for Dame, to be honest with you. Get me dropping dimes in MSG, baby. Marquee dropping dimes, man. Get Dame dollars in MSG as the backup plan. If you were to make a trade, listen, I like Jrue Holiday a lot, and people are going to say he put the clamps on Dame in the playoffs. But, yo, I'd rather get Dame. If we're going to try to make a trade, I'd try to trade for Dame dollars.
Yeah, and I feel you. I actually really like Jrue Holiday's game.
I always like Jrue Holiday.
It's just his price. It's just the price right now. He got that pay raise. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do the $26 million for him.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that's a lot for Jrue.
How many All-Star games has he even made?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's a really good. I feel like Jrue Holiday is like a better version of Frank, pretty much right now. Like that's what he is. If he can lock up people, play pretty good pick-and-roll defense, hit the outside shot, like that's what Jrue Holiday is. But for 20, I like the guy, but I don't like the price. I need that.
Right. Perfect. I like the guy. I don't like the price. But he's a nice two-way player for you, man.
Yeah.
Nice two-way player for you. Yeah. Nice two-way player for you. We got a lot of guys on the call. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys, man. If you're new to the chat, give us a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. This is Knicks Post Game Live, the #1 post game show for the fans, by the fans. CP from the KnicksFanTV. My man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time Show. This is what we do after every game, after every major event, after every rumor, every news. We come on, we talk to you guys, we take your phone calls, we interact with the chat, we take your chat questions. It's a great show, so subscribe to the channels.
Yeah,
Big
man.
Time Show, KnicksFanTV,
Word.
if you haven't done that already.
We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 930 or something like that.
JL is getting to 1,000, man. I'm trying to get to 10. Just keep supporting, keep sharing these videos, and keep participating with us, man. JL, let's touch on the game real quick. I know a lot of callers want to touch on the AD topic, and I want to get back to you guys. Let's just touch on the game real quick. Knicks lose again, 10 in a row. But you know what? I liked the energy of this game. You know, even though things seemed to fall apart in the fourth, I thought we played a good 3 quarters, man. I thought we played a good 3 quarters. What did you think about it?
Yeah, pretty much. Even the fourth, I felt like we played damn near almost good 4 quarters, but we just fell asleep for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
We fell asleep for like 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. Everybody started hitting shots, and then the game was over.
Yeah, offense got stagnant in the fourth. I thought ISO made a couple of blunders, even though that ISO to Mitch alley-oop, he's starting to get that connection with Mitch. We finally got a guard that can set Mitch up. ISO starting to get that chemistry with Mitch. I like that.
And Mario, too. Mario's starting to find...
Mario Hezonja played a good game. How about Kadeem Allen?
Kadeem Allen looked solid.
Kadeem Allen played like this was his last game ever, man. I loved how he played out there today. He was inspired.
Right. Well, shout out to Mr. Blackamo.
Yeah, shout out Blackamo for calling up in Rochester. Just subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Allen is a ball hawk. He plays smart. He plays hard, man. Shout out to him, man. I liked watching him out there. I like watching him play out there. Kevin Knox with 19 points.
Kevin Knox, 19. Shout out to Fritz, too, who just subscribed. Yeah, Kevin Knox, 19 points. Seemed to get out of his slump a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's subscribing. Shout out to
it's a Nick of Time Show telethon, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man. Yeah, Kadeem Allen played well, man. Give credit to the kid. I just liked the energy overall, man. I thought defensively we were getting after it. We tried to hold them to under 100. They just scored a little bit over 100. You know, fourth quarter got away from us.
Fourth quarter got away from us. I like that he has the ability to put some full court pressure on. Yeah. And use his long arms to his advantage. He seemed to have a nice sense, a feel for the game, when to drive, when to shoot. And I like that. He's solid, very solid player.
Yeah, Kadeem Allen played well, man, and
I'm gonna give Tim some love too, yo. I'm gonna give Tim some love. Tim is what has it been, 2 weeks now? I feel like he's been having. And shout out to Dre Day 514 for subscribing.
Shout out Dre Day. Yeah,
but Tim, I feel like he's been pretty decent in the last couple of weeks. Like good game, bad game, good game, bad game.
He had a good game tonight.
He's starting to trend up a little bit. He had a good game last night too, and tonight was the same. The 10 rebounds were pretty nice from Tim Hardaway too, and it seems like all of a sudden his shots are he's shooting smarter. He's driving to the hole a lot more. He's not settling for jump shots as much. Yeah, this is a great surprise. He hasn't been doing that for a lot of the season. So good game from Tim. I like what I saw from Tim tonight.
Yeah, good game from Timmy. Everybody just seemed like they were playing with a chip on their shoulder, man. They seemed like they kind of, maybe the trade talk was kind of getting, I didn't know how they would respond to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Being young kids, a lot of them in their early 20s, you know, I would have to wonder how you feel like to see a name just being out there like, yeah. You know what I mean? Your manager, your general manager is right in the next room next to you, and he could be on the phone about to wheel and deal your ass to another team. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
That's gotta be some frightening stuff right there. Real talk.
Oh hell yeah! Like all of a sudden you just shipped off to another state. That's Facts. That's mad scary. I mean, I guess I'll cry my millions of dollars. I guess. But. Yeah.
I'll wipe the tears with my dollars.
Exactly. My Benz.
Yeah, I mean, Dre Day 514 was good. Dre Day, Siobhan Robinson, what's going on? And yeah, man, Knicks go down 101-92. It's 10 straight, Jay Ellis. 10 straight, but not a bad fight. You know, I can't knock the effort tonight. It was much better than last night. Much better than last night. I didn't know how they were going to respond coming on the road in an early game, but, they took it to these guys for 3 quarters. Daniel Sturgis, what's going on? They took it to him for 3 quarters, man. I was proud of the effort.
Yep, and the development tank continues.
Development tank continues, man. I almost blew out my seat when I saw Kadeem Allen actually commit a hard foul.
Oh, that foul was amazing.
On Biombo. I hadn't seen that all year, Jay Ellis.
Yeah, and be a guard doing that as well. It's like,
yeah.
Whoa.
This guy was playing hungry, man. It's so crazy, like the little things that you just don't see this team doing, man. To see him drop Bismack Biyombo was the most refreshing thing I had seen all year, man, from the effort standpoint.
Yo, shout out to Illmatic. I like your name.
Yeah, Illmatic. Shout out to Illmatic. He had called the other night as well. All right, back to the phones. Isaiah from Connecticut wants to talk about the AD trade and Fizz. What's good, Isaiah?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? What's going on, Knicks fan? What's going on?
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling, man?
Yo, man, we've been fighting lately, man, and I'm proud of these boys, man. I'm proud of these young boys, man. We've been fighting hard, man, and I'm proud of them, man.
Yeah.
I just want to say this, man. I want people to realize that there is a correlation of when Cantor and Moutier don't play.
Yes.
The defense looks better.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I want people to realize that the reason why you're seeing people being active, people holding their man accountable, people switching correctly, people not having to, if the man blows by them, the other man's going to pick them. It's really because Moody and Cantor's not playing. You just got to, that's a little elephant in the room. We're playing better ball. We're playing the ball's moving more. Well, when Burke's in the game, the ball doesn't move. But when, if I was the Knicks, man, and I hope and I pray that they're seeing what we see. If I was them, I wouldn't bring Moody back. I'll roll with Frank and Kadeem for a while and see how that goes. Because I think if we play these guys, I think we're gonna get some wins out of that, man. I really do. I think just by playing hard, we're gonna get a couple more wins versus if we played Moutier and all them. Again, I'm just not a big fan of him when it comes to defense and switching and. I'm proud of him. He has a great story. He came back and did his thing. But me personally, I'd rather roll with Frank and Kadeem and see what we got with these young boys.
Yeah, I agree with you, man, and appreciate the call, Isaiah. We got mad calls on the queue, so we just got to keep the call short tonight. Go ahead, Jails.
I agree with him, man.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. And I expect defense to get even better once Luke Cornette comes back and we have another big man. We can kind of hold things down, and we can actually pair Luke and Vonleh together at the same time, and not have Lance out there. I feel like when it's going to be Luke with Vonleh, the rebounding is going to go up. We'll be a lot better all around, and we'll have Mitch coming off the bench. I think it's going to be a lot nicer.
Yeah, we've had to play relatively small without Luke and not playing Cantor at all. Going with just Money Mitch and Vonleh, and then throwing Lance out there. We've had to kind of pay the consequences there. But I agree with Isaiah, man. You can see the difference in the rotations and just the overall energy on defense when Moody and Cantor aren't in the game, man. You know what I mean? All right, next call. Shout out everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. We got a lot of guys calling. We got Kareem, Julian, Sebastian, Q, Will. We got a lot of guys, so just keep your points real short. We want to get to everybody on their topics and before we get out of here. So, Kareem, you're first. Kareem wants to talk about Trey Burke. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, what's up? What's going on, fellas?
How you feeling, bro?
Hey, what up?
Can y'all hear me out there?
Loud and clear, man.
All right, that's what's up, yo. First off, I'd like to say, yo, man, long time listeners. I think my second time calling.
I think so.
But Mr. Ellis, yo, man, I dig your podcast. I'm always on it. I'm always listening, man. Always tuning in. You guys doing your thing. Y'all the heart of New York right now. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Podcast and y'all feeds and all that. So keep doing your thing. But I do want to say, I don't want to see no more Trey Burke. Yeah, no doubt. I don't want to ever see no more Trey Burke. I like Kadeem Allen. I like what he showed today. Moutier is a bum. I'm hoping that he's gone by the trade deadline. And as far as the trade's concerned, he's really trash. Like, I mean, I say that because he's a volume shooter. No. Yeah. Wait, hold up. He's a volume shooter. So a lot of players in the NBA can do what he does if they get as many touches, as many shots. He has no floater. He has zero floater. He hangs in the air. Like, he has no finishing. He has no, you know what I'm saying? He's not a point guard. He's a nut. Anyway, outside of that, I think he's going to be going by the trade deadline. I hope so. I don't want to see no more Trey Burke either. But other than that, the trade, no, the Knicks should not trade for Anthony Davis. We already seen with the two bigs, Anthony Davis and Cousins, that's not championship caliber. We don't need him. KT's coming to his own. We don't need somebody coming in challenging KT for the number one, status. And we just need to just keep building the way that we build. And we got a lot of good things going on. The basketball guys on our side because we're doing things the right way. If we start to make trades and do all that dumb stuff, like I think things are going to go bad for us. But other than that, I want to know you guys' opinion. If it's between John Morant and the boy Barrett, who would y'all take? I'm saying I'm gonna hang up, but I want to know you guys' opinion.
Oh, between
John Morant and Barrett right now, JLs.
Oh, right now? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going Morant.
You going Morant right now?
Yeah, I'm going Morant.
Man, it depends on the pick. Are you talking about the number 2 pick, the number 3 pick?
Barrett's too Hardaway-ish. Like,
I mean, I get people saying that, but yo, this a big dude, man. This dude could mix it up, bro. I don't see him as just being a chuck. I don't see that when people talk about R.J. Barrett like that. I don't see him as being a chuck.
All praises.
I don't see that. If we're talking about the number 2 pick,
the number 2 pick.
All praises to Ja for me, dog.
Ja. He's going Ja. I would still have to go Barrett number 2, man. I would still have to go Barrett number 2.
Yeah, Ja bless for me, dog. I just feel like Ja will be able to set people up, and that's something we're missing over there.
Well, yeah, don't get me wrong. We need a point guard in the worst way. In the worst way, we need a point guard. I'll be the first one to say it, but I don't.
Yeah, I might need to know those.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still in the line.
Oh yeah. I man, peace, right? I thought Kareem was listening. Kareem asked us for a point. And said, and then when he wants to listen to JLs, I don't know, man. What can you do, man?
He heard you say Barrett, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna stop listening.
Yeah. What can you do, man? What can you do? But shout out Kareem. Shout out everybody in the chat. Walter Flores, what's going on? David Tamol. JLs, how are you looking on Facebook and Periscope, man? How's everybody doing, bro?
Periscope. Oh, shout out to Papa Knicks, hashtag new I see you, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Slim Marie. Killer Lanes was good. AMC 247 was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Facebook. Yo, shout out to Ronaldo Milando on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, man. Shout out everybody on Facebook. Shout out everybody on Periscope. Watching. KnicksFilmSchool.com. Shout out to everybody watching on those channels, man.
All right. And shout out to Aaliyah, too. I feel like I've seen her before.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's go to... Let's see. Who are we going to go to next? Julian, man. Julian was up first. Yeah, Julian's usually up first, but I don't know what happened. Julian, how you feeling, bro?
Today, that whole AD thing got me, like, in my feelings, man.
Weigh in on it, man. Weigh in on it, man. Where are you at on this, man?
Well, first, I'm going to go with my head. I'm going to say don't trade for this man. Okay? Now I'm going to go with my heart. 3 things need to happen for us to get AD. I don't even need Kuz. I don't need that.
I think New Orleans basically came out with a statement. It was just basically just like, we're going to do this when we want to do it. And by the way, we're going after the Lakers for tampering and LeBron James. And then they said that Anthony Davis was saying that he's about to play the whole season for them. So I think in good faith, I think he's just going to be a good sport. I don't see this happening either way until the offseason. But go ahead.
Okay.
And that favors us. So that's number 1. Number 2, and by the way, it's also really helped the Knicks in terms of the playoffs. Kyrie dipped out of Boston. For somehow, some way, either Milwaukee or Toronto beats him. And then the third thing we have to do to get this trade off is we get the number 1 pick this year. Somehow, some way, you know, we might have to pull off a Patrick Ewing 1985, rig the draft, give us the number 1 pick NBA.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about a Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon situation with Porzingis and AD. That's the way I look at it. 2 generationally talented bigs. You know, granted, Ralph Sampson, it didn't work out for him, but we have these 2 guys who can just go to work every single night and put up 30 and 10 consistently with excellent defense. So that's that. Also,
I think that's going to work better than the Boogie version too, in my eyes, in the long run.
Yeah,
if that was ever happen.
KP can stretch the floor.
Yeah.
Boogie Cousins,
it's not.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, when Boogie and KD, when AD and Boogie was together.
Yeah, I feel like this could work better.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah, I do see that sort of versatility in the 2 of them. That would be kind of an interesting pair for sure.
And I just wanted to touch on Kadeem real quick. You know, I went to a few Westchester Knicks this game. You know, me living pretty close by, and this man is excellent defender, 2-way player. He can dunk the ball really hard sometimes. So what I'm saying is we're gonna suck for the rest of the year. Suck major balls.
Facts.
We need Kadeem and Frank in the backcourt to be entertaining and to annoy the living hell out of every single point guard we play against.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so fun to watch, and it's going to be throwback, and Fizz is going to be like jizzing from all the defense being played, and that's what we need.
All right, Julian, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. We had to cut his mic, JLs. He was getting a little too explicit for my liking out there. Pause. I need to bring back the soundboard, man. Every episode, I find reason that I need to bring this soundboard back, man. Major pause. I don't know what kind of vibe Julian is on tonight.
Yo, I like the versatility. Right?
Yeah.
He brought out the old school knowledge and then he finishes off with
I don't know what got into Julie. He must have just got finished getting through with something, man. Like I don't know, man. I think Julian had a good night tonight. It seemed like, man, that boy's smitten. All right, let's go to BK. Let's go to your hood, JL. Let's go to Sebastian from BK. He wants to talk about the AD trade. Sebastian, what's going on, bro?
Hello?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Chilling, man. This your first time calling, bro?
No, actually, let me talk about that because I called last year and I said KD was coming to the Knicks and you guys laughed at me.
Hey, it's still not a done deal.
You laughed me out of the show. I said KD was coming to the Knicks and you said that's no way it's gonna happen. That it was just a rumor. I'm starting things, and now look where we are.
Hey, we're getting a little bit closer, man. If we dreaming, we're getting a little bit closer.
KD still ain't coming.
I don't think. All right, man. He's saying it's a dream, but I mean, I want to get serious on the AD trade. Yeah. I'm glad that we've slowed down and not made any rash moves in the past couple of years, and we've made the contracts expirable, and we've done the things that that we can do to get to where we are right now. We have Porzingis. Kevin Knox is looking better. I honestly think that we will get Zion Williamson. So, like I said with the KD thing, I'm saying it now. We will get Zion Williamson. And
so you think we get the number 1 pick?
Then we're looking at, I think we will.
Okay.
And if we look at that and say, okay, put him with KP, Knox coming on, and I think that KD will be on. I would rather do that, and then KD will be here for 3 or 4 years. He's 31. And then we got to figure out the point guard situation, maybe Kemba, maybe Kyrie, if that will work out, rather than to just mortgage the whole team to get AD. And it's not because AD isn't a generational talent. It's just because of how it works out for us in what we're trying to do. Because, I know you got to put up these scenarios, but how do we get AD without giving up Porzingis? Like, why would New Orleans – I don't see them taking anything besides that, considering what they can get everywhere else.
True. Yeah, I think it would take, you would definitely either have to consider KP as part of a smaller package or a large haul that would also include multiple picks, including this year's first, after the lottery's established. For sure.
Yeah, the other scenario I saw for AD was KP, KP Knox in the first.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that cripples the younger well, kid AD is young as well, but that's the last two picks that have been decent for us so far. And then is AD saying he's going to sign long term? Do we have that confirmation before we send these guys out?
You would have to. Any type of trade like that, you're definitely speaking to them. You're speaking to them and knowing their intentions. You know what I'm saying? You have to.
Yeah, I mean, I know what Rich Paul is. Rich will play for a team that competes regularly for a championship.
Yeah.
I don't know that we fit that bill just yet.
Right.
So, I mean, New Orleans doesn't really have to care about that since they're just trading him, but I don't see him signing long-term with us if that's what he's saying and if that's the reason why, he's demanding the trade. So I think we could still stay the course and be fine without jumping into this. The guy comes on the block, you want to put your best foot forward, but I think we're okay where we are, man. And when I'm watching us this season, what it's showing me is we're right there with the teams. We're right. All our games are lost by less than 10 points. So we're actually right there. I think Fizz is a really good coach. And once we put another couple players, I mean, if Porzingis was playing this year, I think we'd be 5th to 8th in the East just on the talent we have right now. So if you add a couple other guys, I don't know how you guys feel about that, or if you think that's far-fetched.
I still think we'd still be battling for 8, JLs.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be.
Yeah. Appreciate the call, Sebastian. Go ahead, JLs.
Yeah, I feel like close to 500, or maybe a little under, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because even last year, JLs, you remember me telling you, man, I didn't think the playoffs were in our cards, even with the healthy Porzingis last year. We were still behind the 8 ball, so we need some more talent. We need consistent talent. The thing that we saw last year, we saw the flashes, right? With that home-heavy schedule, we saw, what we could do on some nights, but we also saw the inexperience and the inconsistency that, doesn't lend itself to being a 6 seed or better.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? But good call.
It's really, I mean, maybe next we'll see what happens next year when our guys develop. Maybe they'll have a step, and then maybe we can actually contend and get a little better than 500, maybe like 40, 45 or something. I don't know. Maybe. It's really a lot of that's going to depend on Knox and what we do with the players who are here.
That's right.
Take the next step.
All facts. Next call on the Q. Q's up next. Then we got Will. Q, what's going on, man? We need to hear from you, Q. How you feeling, bro?
What's good, fellas?
How you feeling, bro?
What's good, man? What's good? Oh, man, just a little weird, man. This Knicks stuff is starting to get crazy, man. We're getting AD talk.
How could you not want to be a Knicks fan, man? How could you not want to be a Knicks fan, Jay Ellis, when you got this doesn't happen to any other team in the league, people. We only at the midway mark, and we have had 3 years worth of news and rumors that any other team would experience in a half a season, man.
That's the beauty of being a Knicks fan.
That's it.
That's the beauty. That's what makes it fun.
Factuals, man. You get your heart going, man. Get your heart.
Get excited.
Let you know you're alive.
Yo, exactly.
We're not even winning, and we're talking.
That's the the name of the game.
Blowing up. Yeah, man, it's just weird and emotional because what's crazy is I just don't. It's hard to not want AD, but you look at a couple of callers are talking about AD and Porzingis. They both get hurt. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know if that's gonna work. Ralph Sampson, Akeem Olajuwon, nah. You're talking about 2 Ralph Sampson. You know what I mean? AD is so talented, it's bananas. You just want a guy like that, but you're willing to mortgage everything. The best thing you guys been saying over the last podcast was literally stay the course, and this will be the first time as Knicks fans that we've seen a course been taken.
Yeah.
We can't just get rid of everybody for AD. What if he gets injured the first year? then we're gonna be like, oh, this is stat all over again.
Yep, this is
let LeBron have him. You know what I mean? LeBron's gonna do whatever it takes to get that guy. Let him have him.
Yeah.
And hopefully Melo goes there too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can not hear about that, because that was a disaster with Melo in the Garden.
Man, wasn't that strange to look at though, man? That was the strangest sight I ever seen, man.
Painful.
Here's Carmelo Anthony.
I couldn't even
sitting in the crowd, the best player on both teams. The best player on both teams
like some
was sitting in the
bum.
crowd with no
like
job.
He's some regular guy.
Yeah.
Like, how much did he pay for a ticket? That's how bad I felt. I was like, Melo deserved better than that.
Yeah.
And then the Wade chance and all that.
Oh, it was
we
disgraceful.
gotta stop being fickle, man. Let's stay the course.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel you, Q.
Let's go ahead, and I get Kadeem Allen. He looked great, but it's one game.
Oh yeah.
It's one game, man, and where the chat's going crazy, like, oh yeah, get rid of this guy, get rid of this guy. We're gonna go with Kadeem Allen.
Let's get Kadeem Allen to start.
It's really more Moutier hate than Kadeem
We're
Allen.
out of control.
Yeah. That's really what it is.
Yeah. It's Moutier hate, which I agree with Moutier hate, but at the same time, I'm more worried about Frank. I want Frank to get back, because think about it. We get Porzingis, we have Knox. We need a guy that's going to get them the ball.
Need a point guard.
And Frank looked really great the other night. And hopefully Frank is the answer. And before I go, fellas, because I know y'all pumping live right now, Zion. If we do get Zion, where is he going to play? Is he a 3? Is he 4? He can't guard no centers, man. What's going on? And at the same time, you got to guard Zion. Yeah, so Zion would be a huge dilemma. A huge dilemma for us, because we don't know what to do with that. And KD doesn't want to play the 5. What's going on? What will we do with that? So,
all fair points by Q, man. That's why Q's one of the best callers, JLs. Appreciate the call, Q. You know what I mean? Q had to knock us off the pedestal real quick, and we got to think sometimes, JLs. We got to use on our heads.
Dog, I was stressing all day like I was a GM, dog. Like, I really was.
It was a stressful day, man.
I was like, AD though?
Yeah.
Top 5 playing.
Everything was on fire, man. Knicks Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. Everybody was weighing in on this, man. Everybody was weighing in on this.
I was stressing.
Yeah.
I was stressing. Like, man, maybe I should. No. Yeah, no. That was me all day. Yeah, no.
yeah. It's like, your head and your heart type of thing, man. How could you not, try? It's just like the Kadeem Allen effect. You know what I mean? We've lost so many games, man. We lost 39 games already. We lost 10 in a row. Anything that's shiny and new, you're going to look at it with a brighter eye and be enamored. And that's what Kadeem Allen brought, a change of pace, a change of energy, some hard work, some toughness. You know what I mean? Some good play. You actually saw something a little bit nice in him. Just for that one game. Just for that one game, yeah.
He's doing it in G League. We'll see if he can do it. He's gonna have more opportunities.
Yeah, it's a healthy distraction, man. If you like us and you watch all these games, I think it was a healthy distraction to see him playing well. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. Where we want to go? Let's go. Let's go to Will and Li. Wants to talk about the AD trade. Will, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, guys? You guys are hot tonight.
Yo, it's a hot show tonight, man. There's 230 people in the chat. Shout out everybody in the
Hottest
chat.
Show on YouTube.
Come on, Will. Do I lie to the people or not, man?
Shout out to the chat.
JLs, this one thing we don't do on this show, JLs. This is not about sensationalism. We don't lie. We don't make things up. We don't try to hype things up. It's just us, man. It's just us and you guys. We just vibing and talking, man. That's why I love doing this every night, man.
Facts.
And we loving it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but getting to the trade. I mean, listen, man. You know what? What I hate the most, I think, like the media is really trying to play with 6K. I mean, the mock trade. What is it? It's Kenny, Frank, Knox, Mitch, 19 unprotected, and then everything. 20 seconds.
They want everything, man.
I was like, whoa, are you kidding? It's like. I don't know, man. Listen, because for me, I was, I'm a young cat. I'm only 23, but like you know, I know this is not the same as the Melo trade. This is, but for me, I just like what's going on right now. I just think I think we're going to see brighter roads ahead if we just, commit to the rebuilding. Like, and the only thing I would say about the trade is, like, I would like it if, let's say, what do you call it, that New Orleans traded AD to the Celtics and got back Kyrie, because then that's like breaking off their relationship. Because for me, Kyrie is my guy. Like, I remember when I was with my cousin, we went to a Knicks game, and and then I was just like, oh, we're going up against the Cavs. They ain't got LeBron, and they were just like, well, they got Kyrie. I was like, who the hell is Kyrie? That man dropped 50 on us that night, or like 40 on us that night. So for me, I'm all for Kyrie, and for this whole trade with AD, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just I'm not getting good vibes from this right now. I don't know. Like, for me, the most I would offer, you want the first rounder, you take Timmy, you take Courtney Lee, and then we'll give you Mitch. That's it. I'm not doing nothing else but that. Even for that, other than that, nah, man, you ain't getting nothing.
Appreciate it, Will.
But the only thing.
But before, Will, we just gotta get to the next call. This guy Will thinks he's Masai Ujiri over here, Jay Ellis.
I mean, he sound like
Will he's trying to fleece.
Exactly. I got this brand new bag of Snickers.
A shined up Courtney Lee, fresh, refurbished Courtney Lee. What's up? What's up?
Certified.
Tim Hardaway Jr. ready to be a star.
Just like new.
Ready to run Bourbon Street.
Oh man.
Hey man, we could always dream, man. But I feel like everybody's kind of on the same vibe. It's like, we know this is not good for us, but you're intrigued. You know what I mean? I keep thinking of these analogies that I can't really say.
I've been thinking, I was thinking, like, okay, you know how you have your relationships when you share a name, and then I no lie, I'm gonna say something stupid. It's all good though. Yeah. I was thinking the unicorn and the brow together.
the unibrow.
I was like, the unibrow. I was like, I don't know if that works.
The unibrow is finally together.
I was already thinking about shirts.
Yeah, we can't. We can't do that for the simple simple fact we can't make that trade. We can't make that trade. You know what I mean? Because if it ended up going wrong, we would just never hear the end of it, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Facts. All right, next call. Let's go to another Will from Staten. After this, the AD trade is getting kind of lengthy in the tooth. But all right, Will, go ahead, man. Just keep the points real quick on your opinion on how you doing.
That was put out by Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
To me, it's just ridiculous. That crazy offer that they put out. I mean, to like what you said earlier, like I would probably do a trade like Knox, our pick, Ntilikina, and Timmy for AD, but like. There's too much. Like 2 first-round picks, Robinson.
Yeah, no way.
That's just too much, in my opinion. The way Bleacher Report put it out, but I think we should just, for once, stick to course and try to get a really high draft pick, get Zion, Ja Morant, and then try to go out there with big fish instead of giving all of it up for AD, and then he's gonna have nobody around him. So I just feel like we should stick to course for once. I just want to see how you guys feel about that.
All right, man, appreciate the call, Will. Will sounded like a new caller, JL, so shout out to all the new callers and the new viewers out there. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Similar sentiments, JL. Similar sentiments. If the price is right, I would do it, but not for nothing too steep. Too steep.
You want to keep that young core together somewhat. Have somebody you want to learn from the Melo trade and have somebody to work with him.
Yeah.
And also be flexible with the cap, because what? When you have young pieces and cheap young talent that can do things, it helps your cap flexibility in the long run. So you want to keep some young pieces here and picks.
There's so much ifs in like this trade. Even this trade is an if, right? But like my thing is, another reason why I would be easy on it is because if I don't have a point guard promise in this trade, like if I don't know for sure that I'm getting Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it. It's going to be the same. We need a point guard, man. We need a point guard to stir the whole drink. You can't just have 2 big men out there and nothing else on the perimeter that's making this shit go.
I'm not gonna lie though, yo. I keep going back and forth. Like if something like that happened, I do feel like AD and KP. I think that will pull Kyrie away from the Celtics,
from Boston,
and the Lakers, because you know the rumors were that Kyrie and LeBron made up. Yeah, they want to reunite.
He called LeBron to apologize to. That's so pathetic, man.
Yeah, I think you could actually pull a Kyrie if you do something.
I don't trust Kyrie Irving whatsoever, man. I don't think he's with that Boston hype. That's hype. He just wanted to quiet the rumors, which was a good job by him and his team, but I don't trust him.
Yeah,
I don't trust him one bit to say that to say that he's committed. No way. No way, man. CP the artist wants to touch on the AD trade. What's going on, bro?
Why are we so shook? Oh my!
CP's ready to go. This is what I wanted to hear, man. This is what I wanted. This is the call we've been waiting on.
What happened to New York since Snoop crushed the building?
This is the call we've been waiting for.
Goodness.
Man.
I love the rap.
Yo, first of all, let me get this off real quick. Hold on. Let me get this off real quick.
Okay.
Not only I would trade any Nick, I would trade any Nick YouTube channel to go along with it.
Yeah, I'm not going to New Orleans, bro.
You over there.
I'm not going to New Orleans, bro. I'm not going to New Orleans, man.
I mean, if you're gonna pay NBA money,
yes, you are, man. You're gonna be on Bourbon Street.
I got a no trade clause.
Street with the things and showing you, and you're gonna be flashing people and everything, man.
Hey, I can talk Knicks New Orleans, dog.
All right, let me calm down.
Oh my god!
All right, real quick.
Go ahead.
What's that?
No, go ahead. Pelicans fan TV.
So I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Pelicans fan TV.
If we're gonna give up KP. If we're going to get KP in the draft, I mean, not in the draft, but in this potential trade, they will have to take Tim Hardaway Jr. with them. And this is, we can't get rid of him. But if we get AD, we have him for a 1-year rental. This summer, being that we're going to have cap room, if we get him and get Tim Hardaway Jr. off the books, that means we could sign another free agent. And instead of building our roster around KP, they'll be building our roster around AD. That's why I would make this trade.
You think they're going to want Tim Hardaway Jr. in the trade?
He's on his Masai Ujiri.
No, I'm saying if you add KP, they would have to. If they want KP, they have to take Tim Hardaway Jr. because that's the only way the money is going to work anyway.
I would have to see that, and I would have to see how that worked out money wise.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to match his salary. You're gonna have to match AD's salary. Who is you gonna match? It's gonna be either Cantor, or it has to be Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
But to sweeten the pie, you're gonna have to add one of the two salaries.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready to trade KP yet. Would you? I mean,
First of all, this is why I'm not shook. This is why I'm not shook, and this is why I'm going to do this. KP is coming off of he's come off of a injury, and the thing is, we didn't even win with him anyway. And I understand these Knicks fans talking about, this is the Melo trade all over again. The last time we made the playoffs was with Melo. How is this a bad thing?
Well, because I mean, let's be honest here, CP the artist. We only made the playoffs one time, and that was an sorry. We did make the playoffs. I think on 3 separate occasions with Melo. Those 2 years where we lost to the Heat and we lost to the Celtics, it was a terrible team that had no chance.
No, we did beat the Celtics one year.
Right. That was a 54 win. That was the 54 win team year where we got knocked out by the Pacers.
And it wasn't Melo's fault. It wasn't Melo's fault. It was because Donnie Walsh. They kicked Donnie Walsh out to the corner, and then we brought in Phil Jackson, and then he messed up everything. I mean, why are we blaming Melo? I mean, why am I only meant to remember history?
You appreciate the call, man. Hey, I mean, CP. I see. I mean, listen, JL. Some people are just tired of the losing.
Yo, CP. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they'll go for it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to trade KP, but that actually makes sense.
What?
But I don't know if they would go for that without a pick.
Nah, hell no. Hell no.
I don't know if they'll go for that without a pick. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. and KP. Because like if you really think about it, there's no piece that the Lakers have that matches KP at all. You know what I'm saying? So you got KP. You have AD who's better than KP.
In volume.
There's only two people I would even consider if I was to hypothetically make a trade KP. There's only like two people I would consider trading for. One would be AD and maybe like Giannis.
No, I think the Lakers package of established players would still be better in terms of volume. If you're talking about Kuzma, maybe Ingram, they're saying Lonzo, but now they're saying Lonzo would potentially go to another team in a 3-team deal.
Right.
I think that would be better than a combination of KP and somebody else.
And then next year's first round. I'll keep out with you.
Yeah.
Take next year's first round. But I don't know if they'll do that.
All speculation, man. All speculations, man. Shout out to everybody everybody in the chat, man. Super chat from Michael Parker, the #1 supporter of this show, hands down. He says KP ain't going nowhere, man. Salute Michael Parker, man. That's my guy. We had a chance to meet Michael Parker at the Knicks Mavs watch party, JL. So that was a good time. And we are planning, for those of you in the tri-state area, we are planning another watch party coming up in March, I think, right now. Tentatively sometime in March. So we're getting that together. Initial discussions are being held between all the groups on the team. And so, be on the lookout for that, man.
Look out for that, yo. Watch party in March.
Be on the lookout for that. Let's switch it up to the game. Oh no, he hung up. All right, one more on the AD talk, because we only got like 3 callers left, so let's just take it. Eric was waiting for a hot minute. Eric from Jersey wants to talk about AD. Eric, real quick, man, how you feeling, bro?
I'm doing amazing. Thanks for asking. All right, so this is my theory of the KD situation. This is what Knicks should do about the KD situation, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, we can't, right? It's not going to happen. And it's for one reason. The Pelicans are going to ask for way too much. They're going to ask for a ridiculous freaking price. It's going to be absurd. You saw the Bleacher Report, all right? Mock trade, it's going to be something very similar to that. The Pelicans are asking, you're just going to ask for way too much, way too many assets. And Kevin Knox, that's the integral part of the deal. That's a big part of the deal, all right? And you can't, to me, you can't trade this year's first, because we're going to be picking top 3 this year. It's evident. It's obvious. It's on a freaking silver platter. We're going to be picking top 3. John Morant, Zion Williamson, or R.J. Barrett will be on the New York Knicks this year, period. I mean, it's going to happen. Unless we completely get screwed over in the lottery, that's what's going to happen. We're going to be picking top 3.
Yeah.
In a top 3-oriented draft, in a top 3 heavy draft, all right, you can't, to me, give up an asset like Kevin Knox in the first-round draft pick. That's way too much. I would be willing to give up this year's first-round draft pick and maybe say like a Tim Hardaway or Courtney Lee and then Mitchell Robinson or some other weirdo on a basketball team, all right? And I say that as in, all right? I say that as in no. I mean, the players that will contribute, all right, but they're role players. I mean, we know that, their ceiling is not going to be, a superstar in this league. And, it would be fine to mortgage a role player. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to go to the Lakers. I think that it really just doesn't fit our timetable. I don't think that I think the framework of this deal really just doesn't fit our timeline. And I think we should just continue to rebuild. I think that regardless if we get Anthony Davis or not, we're going to attract some free agents at least. And why can't the Knicks just be patient for once? I really don't understand. We have Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox, at some point in his career, will probably average 20 points. Now, it might take him 4 or 5 years to get to that point, but, we know that the upside is there with Kevin Knox. I know, at least I projected him to be, Paul George-esque type of basketball player, and I had reasons behind that. He's a very versatile scorer. And I think, this talk about Anthony Davis, I'm very conflicted on it, but I just feel as if right now that we should stay the course, as the majority of individuals have said.
Okay.
And I think that if we were to freaking give the kitchen sink for it, I think it would be a mistake. You know, I think it would be.
I appreciate the call. I appreciate the call. Just because we got to run through the next ones. All fair, JLs. I think his points were kind of in line with majority of the sentiments tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to cost too much more.
Yeah. I think CP the artist was the only one that outright called us idiots for not wanting to do this deal by any means necessary. But I think by and large, everybody's is staying patient.
His package was like,
Pause. Okay.
Pause. Yes, pause that.
Yeah, sorry.
His trade package, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was a little like, it wasn't as, didn't have a lot of players. So in that case, you think about it. But there's also a point, too, that people talk about, too. Thanks for Matt B for mentioning this. If we do attempt to package KP in a trade, and he doesn't, and they turn it down, KP will put up an emoji on.
So this is the next.
In his stories.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the next thing. And Will Arrington in the chat says we haven't won the championship since the 70s. We've been patient. It's time to get a chip. And listen, that sentiment is understandable. But real quick, to your point, JL, my guy Jesus Rodriguez, who is affiliated with Courtney Lee somehow. We still don't know. He's like a mystery guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shout out to him. He talks a lot on Twitter. He says that we should be careful how we bring KP's name up in these trade rumors and things because it could sour the relationship. What do you think about that, JLs?
In the trade rumors, like,
yeah.
What do you mean? Us like the fans?
He says the fans and the Knicks. He looped us in together. He said, be careful about what is leaked said publicly regarding KP. He's very engaged on all aspects of social media. Last thing New York needs is to upset him and have him no longer want to be on the team unless you know for sure you get AD. It's risky. And I saw a couple other people mention that as well, saying that it's a risky move because you don't want to ruffle feathers. But yeah, let me hear. What do you have to say about that? Because I think
it's kind of weird to say be careful of the fans because the fans are fans. There's always going to be people who are for and against.
There's always going to be opinion. Yeah,
there's always going
to be out there.
That's just New York.
Yeah.
But if it's if it's the Knicks front office, that's a different story than the fans.
Yeah.
The fans are the fans.
Yeah, I don't see that really being relevant. I think these guys are basketball players, whether they're reading it or not. Obviously, they can't not see it. But I think they understand at this stage in the game that, listen, KP thought he could have been traded last year, right? So I don't think the trade rumors now are something that he would get on edge about, or many basketball players, to be honest. I think most with sense would understand that there's only a couple guys in this league that are untouchable, and you're not one of them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, I guess really no one is really untouchable.
No one's untouchable.
There are people who will be hard to convince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like KP, Knox, those guys, some of those guys, like those, you have to come hard. Pause to convince me to move.
Super
them.
Pause.
Yeah, super pause on that.
I'm bringing that soundboard back tonight. The soundboard is getting set up, man. There's just too many opportunities. But go ahead.
But that's basketball.
That's basketball.
That's just basketball.
I agree with you. That's just basketball. I don't worry about that, man. You gotta have thick skin. All right, we're checking in with us. We got 2 more calls in the night, JL, so we could wrap up. No need for player ratings tonight. I think we
we good.
Yeah, I think we touched on it. Good games by Knox. Good games by Kadeem Allen. Money Mitch had a good game too, though.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's take a gander at the box score real quick. A brief flash play ratings. Money Mitch, once again, 10 points, 3 block shots. I thought Mitch gave us good minutes.
Yeah.
I thought Mitch gave us good minutes. I thought Mario gave us good minutes, even though not reflective in the plus minus. I still like how he played. I thought he played well. 9 points, 4 boards. Shooting percentage was a little low, but I thought Mario gave us a good lift. He's the best cutter on the team, man. Go ahead.
He is. He's the best cutter on the team. I like his little secondary fast break. Does the little pause, and then he puts on the jets, and he all of a sudden.
Yeah. I kind of see why Fizz kind of sticks with him. Maybe he does this better in practice, and when you're playing against your own team, I'm sure he looks like Michael Jordan out there.
Oh yeah, I remember the open practice we went to.
Yeah. Mario was looking like a star. Mario was looking like a star at open practice.
He was looking legit in open practice.
Yeah. Like you said, good game by Timmy. 10 rebounds for Timmy. That was nice. 4 dimes. I think Timmy had a nice rail around the game. 7 for 12 from the field. 50% shooting from 3.
Yeah. Vonleh, too. Vonleh had a weird game where he was boarding up everybody. He shot awful.
Yeah, he was terrible.
But on defense, he was pretty much... He didn't really block a lot of shots, but he just moved. He deterred a lot of shots.
Yeah. Vonleh, and then, of course, Knox. 19 points, 7 to 16 from the field. Nice bounce-back game. Knox has been struggling a bit. Fizz thinks he might have hit a wall a little bit. So it was good to see Knox get out there. And you know, he was nice and aggressive early on in that game, and that's what helped us get out to that early lead for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So that's player ratings. And all right, real quick, we got a couple more calls left, and then we'll wrap up. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. This is Knicks Post Game Live. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Number 1 post game show on YouTube for the fans by the fans.
Yep.
Let's go to Ari hung up. We was gonna go to Ari, but he hung up. All right, let's go to Don from Florida. He wants to talk about staying the course and not being tempted by AD. Ari, if you're in the chat, you could call back. We're just going to take your call next. But go ahead, Don.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, man?
Yo, Don, what's going on, brethren?
Yeah, man, it's Don Dada. Back again, man.
Back again. You don't know. What's good, bro?
Back again, man. Man, thank you very much, guys, for all that you do. You guys do a good job, man.
Thank you, man.
I listen to all you guys every time, you know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, I call every night, but I listen, I listen every time, and you guys are very, very knowledgeable, and thanks for everything, okay, man?
Respect, Brethren. Respect on that, yeah.
Yeah, man, but I watched the game earlier, man. I tell you something, guys. I got a headache watching it, and the reason why I got a headache, and there are certain things that I really came away with that I know right now that we got to do. First of all this AD chatter, let's just stop it. Let's just stop it right now because we have been tempted every time from last year about new guys coming on the team, and the front office, they have done a very, very good job in really staying the course. We have to stay the course, guys. We cannot be tempted. Temptations are going to come our way. But we've got to know and understand what the goal is down the road.
True.
These guys are playing. These guys will be valuable pieces in the future. We can't throw away our valuable pieces, just like the Celtics. We can't throw it away. We have to stay the course. AD, I know, AD is a fantastic player. But you know what? One man or two men don't run a team. It takes off 15. And we got to make sure we got a good squad that can really compete in the future. Enough of this self-gratification. Yeah. Enough of it right now. We got to stop it and stay the course.
Okay. Yeah, good points, man. Good points, man.
Yeah, man. And number 2, I see probably about 7 guys with the team next year, or the whole team, because there are some guys that have to go. Because you know what? As much as I love Trier, but there are certain guys on the team, they're sloppy with the ball. They have to learn. They are not quite there. Trier really cost us in the last quarter.
Yeah, he had a couple bad plays. But he's a rookie though. I don't like to blame ISO too much.
He's a rookie.
And he shouldn't be playing point guard.
That's right. Yeah. He's a rookie.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he's a rookie, and he learned. You see what I'm saying? But the whole thing right now, although I feel bad about the loss, but I can see these guys learning. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have some growing left. But I tell you something. Kyrie Irving, guys, mark my word. If Kyrie Irving was to come on his team, I think it would mature very, very quickly with the other pieces because Kyrie is now a leader. What this team is missing is leadership. KP, I'm not sure about his leadership. He's a good player, but I'm not so sure about his leadership. I'm not so sure.
That's fair. That's fair.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yes, Kyrie is a natural-born leader. On every winning team, you have to have a leader. Kyrie will be a cheaper option on this team with KP and with valuable pieces around. I guarantee you, if we get Kyrie, because I don't think Kyrie's going to stick with Boston. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's a foregone conclusion.
No, it's not. It's not. And if we can pry Kyrie from Boston, I'll tell you something. We have a chance. The next point is this. Allen, he has really impressed me. I never knew too much about this guy, but the way he plays like a dog on defense.
Yeah.
The guy is good. I got to see more of him. But this guy plays very intelligent. He plays within the offense. And he plays a damn good defense. That guy's a hustler.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Allen, man, and appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call, Don. That's my guy from J Ellis, man. That's my peoples, man. Shout out all the Jamaicans in the chat, man. All my people, them, you know. Yeah, he had some good points, though. Definitely had some good points, man.
All right, Bullet. All right.
Yeah, man. For those of you that follow my guy JB, the Knicks Film School on Twitter, he just put out, I was waiting for this, he just put out his some cap scenarios based on the AD trade. So go on Twitter, check out that tweet. I won't get into it right now. I don't want to bore people with the cap stuff, but go check it out on Knicks Film School. He's very, very good with the cap stuff. We'll obviously have him on later on this year and chop it up with those guys, man. Yeah. I see people talking about Jamaicans in the chat. Who's Jamaican in the chat, man? Real talk Jamaicans. No Jafakins. I need to see who's my real people in the chat. You know what I mean? Like my Knicks fans, that's my peoples, but my Jamaicans, that's family, bro. I need to see who's in there like that, man. Joseph Fisher, I see you. Coach Cheese, what's going on? Ayo, pal. Oh, Brian Dunkley. You seem like a new person. He said bully beef. Oh, Brian knows what time it is, bro. They talking stewed chicken. I'm getting hungry, man.
Word.
Yeah, man. CP, I knew CP peoples was from Jamaica, though. Brendan the Great said 420. I know you ain't Jamaican. I think Brendan from Australia. Shout out, Brendan. I think he's from Australia. Reaper Man says he's a yardie. Okay. Now that's what's up, man. All right, last call of the night. Let's go to Ari from Manhattan. Wants to close out with the AD stuff. Ari, how you feeling, man? I know you wanted to weigh in on this. So this is you are last but not least. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. How you doing, guys? How are you?
Good, man.
So the first thing I want to say about this is that KP's not going anywhere, and I think the reason why is because he's not going to commit to signing in New Orleans. I don't know why no one talked about that, but I don't think New Orleans is going to trade for KP unless they get a verbal agreement from him, and there's no way KP is going from New York to a rebuilding New Orleans team. I don't think there's any Latvians in New Orleans.
Yeah,
so
he wouldn't sign. That's a good point.
That's going to be
a great point. Yes.
Yeah. So besides that, there's also another big difference between this and the Carmelo Anthony trade that also no one talked about. Mm-hmm. We were cap strapped back when Melo was around.
Yes.
We have cap flexibility within the next 2 years. So back when we traded for Melo, we didn't have the option really of just going out and getting a marquee guy, and we didn't have a guy like Kristaps on our team to attract the free agent. So we were kind of like stuck to make that move. Mm-hmm. In this situation, we have a lot more flexibility. You know, assuming that we move either Hardaway or Courtney Lee by the deadline, I think hopefully one of them will be gone. As you know, we'll have room to sign one guy without giving up anybody. But I think that, you know, the issue comes with the price, right? So and this is the other thing, you know, the only way it makes sense to trade for AD is if we could make sure we had clear enough space to use that to bring someone else in, whether it's Kemba or Kyrie or Kevin Durant. Then it makes sense, I guess, to trade for Anthony Davis. But like I said, we're not in the position where we need to make that move. We could just be patient, get the top 3 pick, right? And we could wait to see if we sign anyone this year. And if we don't sign anyone this year, by next year we'll have 2 max spots. And yeah, it might not be AD, but it'll be 2 max guys, plus we won't mortgage the future. I think that makes a lot more sense than just trading everybody for Anthony Davis and praying that somebody comes.
Yeah.
And also, Anthony Davis has never proven to be a winner at all. He's never won anywhere. Him and Boogie didn't do anything together. Drew Holiday's they have good team. They have a decent team down there, and they go nowhere.
Yeah, he hasn't moved the needle much over there.
Yeah, so it's like, he hasn't proven that. And like CP said, I think point guard, Anthony Davis is better than Kyrie Irving, but I think Kyrie Irving would be he would be a much better fit on this team, especially if you could just sign him in free agency and not have to give up Knox and, whoever the top 3 or 4 pick we get is. I just think that we have this flexibility now that we don't have to make a move like this unless the price is right. Listen, if they're asking for a first rounder, and like Frank Ntilikina and Mitchell Robinson and like a future second round, all right, then maybe you do it. But if they're asking for a first rounder, Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Ntilikina, like that Bleacher Report thing, we don't have to do it. And I think we should just, pick it. And if they don't like the offer,
take it or
then, then good luck to them.
That's what I say. Yeah. That's what I say, man.
So that's all I had to say.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call, Ari.
Great call,
weighing in. Dave, shut down the phones, Dave. Shout out to everybody that called in. I agree with him, J. Ellis. And that Ari rounds out the show basically by saying, take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying?
Artist. That's what he said.
I
heard him say CP the artist after he said that.
Take it or leave it, man. I'm gonna throw him an offer, and but it's not gonna be. They're not gonna fleece us, man. We're not gonna get fleeced. Those days are over.
Yeah, man.
Those Masai Ujiri days, man.
Yeah, man. You're not doing that Bleacher Report joint. Not doing that.
So I still think it's Lakers. I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Ainge, who's sitting on a bevy of assets, makes that deal. But I think this deal gets done in the offseason. That's what I think happens. I think the Pelicans probably went to AD. AD went to the Pelicans and said, "Look, we'll sell out the house for the remaining season, second half of the season, and then I'm out. I'm gonna make the trade. I'll throw y'all a bone. You know what I mean? Come see AD play his last games in New Orleans before he gets up out of here.
And AD's going to LA sooner or later.
Yeah, I think it's LA, but I wouldn't sleep on Beantown. What do you guys think in the chat? What's your final destination for AD? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Definitely, like I said, subscribe to the channels. We definitely appreciate the support. We appreciate all the callers. We appreciate everybody who's been supporting Nick of Time show on the podcast, on YouTube. Everybody that's been supporting KnicksFanTV. Wherever you guys are from, man. All you guys are from all over the world. I see Brendan checking in from Australia. People from all over the U.S. I see people from Philippines, Belgium. Yao Song is from Belgium. So shout out to support, man. Go ahead,
Global.
We global,
yeah, Jales. Global, yo, shout out to my chat. My chat is really holding me down hard. Yo, shout out to the chat. Man. Matt B, Cody Manuel. Shout out to you guys in the chat.
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, that's all we really had to say. Wednesday, I'm in the building at the Garden. Knicks versus Dallas. I will be there. I gotta see this dude Luka Doncic in person. I gotta see what the hype is all about. J. Ellis.
Yo, I think my guy Ryan's gonna be there.
Okay, all right, yeah. Tell Ryan hit me, bro. Give him my number, man. Definitely tell him to hit me.
All right.
I will be in the building. I gotta see what this Luka Doncic is all about. And that'll be one of the games that I go. So I go to a few select games in the year, a couple of the year.
I heard they were mad cheap this week too.
No, the tickets were cheap?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like $60, something like that.
Okay. All right.
Pretty good seats.
That's cool. Give back to the people. It's very nice of you, Mr. Dolan. Thank you very much.
I mean, we losing, so you know.
Yeah. It's the least they could do.
The least he can do.
Least they could do, man. All right, JLs, let's get out of here, man. I'm gonna throw the screen on you, and yeah, man, sign off. Let the people know where they can find you, bro.
All right, find me on YouTube. Listen, man, we're gonna drop the podcast tomorrow. Sorry, there's gonna be no AD talk on the podcast, but trust me, it's still good. We got CK, 2K, Mr. Moutier on the show. So check out that tomorrow on SoundCloud.com/NickandTime Show. Also on iTunes. It's also gonna be on Spotify. It's also gonna be on Google Play. It's also gonna be, I think, on Anchor too. We all over the place. So check it out tomorrow for sure. And if you missed that show tomorrow, it will be on YouTube either the next day or the following day after. And also check me out on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe and like. And also follow me on all social medias. The Nick and Time Show on Instagram, the KOT Show on Twitter, and the Nick and Time Podcast on Facebook. And you can also buy my merch. There's a bunch of links in my description, by the way, if you're watching. Bunch of links in my description. It can take you to merch, all the merch places, all the Instagram, social medias, and SoundClouds, and all that stuff. Back to you, CP.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Jay Ellis, as usual, man. Good show. And shout out everybody that came through, man. Knicks lose 101-92. Really wanted to talk about the AD trade and get your opinions on it. You know, obviously not as realistic, but just to switch it up, switch up the tone and switch up the, the losing that we've been going through this whole season. You know what I'm saying? But again, once again, shout out for everybody for the support. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before this season is over. I'm currently hovering over 8,500. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you've been a regular watcher on the channel and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button below. Let's get me to 10,000 before the end of the year. I'm trying to expand this channel so we can bring you more content, more shows, and better content, man. I'm just putting it all back into the channel, man. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, KnicksFanTV. You can find this show, the post-game show, in podcast form for those of you at work that want to listen. Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, KnicksFanTV. All of the episodes, all of the post-game shows will be on there by the morning time, East Coast time. Replay of this show will start at 1 a.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and 12 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. For those of you that want to continue to chat live, I'll be in there. Some people from all over the world will be in there, man. So for those of you who missed the show, want to catch it tomorrow, that is the replay schedule. And with that being said, appreciate the support, man. You guys be good. Have a good night. Wednesday night, Knicks versus Dallas. See you guys.